You'd think Spider-Man barely touched Nintendo consoles, but the list is way longer than most people expect. I'm Alice, and today we're counting down every Spidey game worth your time on Switch and PC in 2026. Grab a drink, get comfy, let's dive right into the list. Number 1 has to be Marvel's Spider-Man Remastered, and honestly, it's the game that made everyone fall in love with web-swinging again. The city feels alive, traffic below, pigeons scattering, Peter cracking jokes midair. Combat mix acrobatics with gadgets, so fights never feel repetitive, and side content actually adds character instead of padding runtime. If you're vibing with this list so far, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop your favorite Spider-Man game down in the comments. Seriously curious what you'll pick. Story-wise, this one nails Peter's exhaustion trying to balance 2 lives, and that emotional weight sneaks up on you. It's on PC now, runs great, and honestly still holds up as one of the best open-world superhero games ever made. Game 2 swings us into Miles Morales, a shorter adventure but packed with heart. Snow falls over Harlem, bioelectric powers crackle through every punch, and the soundtrack genuinely slaps during chases. Miles finding his own voice while living under Peter's shadow gives this real emotional stakes. It never overstays its welcome, which honestly I appreciate more than padded 20-hour campaigns. Traversal feels as tight as the first game, sometimes snappier. If you only have a weekend free, this is the perfect pick to knock out solo. Third on the list, Marvel's Spider-Man 2 goes bigger in almost every direction imaginable. Both Peter and Miles are playable now, switching mid-mission whenever the story calls for it. Venom's arrival brings genuine dread, dark symbiote energy pulsing through New York's skyline. Flight with the wingsuit makes traversal faster than ever, honestly addicting once you get used to gliding between burrows. PC performance finally caught up too, running smooth with ray tracing cranked. It's easily the most ambitious entry, even if pacing wobbles toward the finale. Fourth up, Marvel Rivals throws Spider-Man into competitive hero shooter chaos alongside dozens of other Marvel characters. Wall crawling and web zipping give him insane mobility compared to grounded heroes, letting skilled players dodge nearly everything thrown their way. Team fights get chaotic fast, ultimates colliding into screen-filling spectacle every round. It's free on PC, updates constantly, and honestly scratches that competitive itch differently than story games do. Learning Spider-Man's kit takes practice, but once it clicks, diving through enemy backlines feels genuinely rewarding. Fifth, Marvel Cosmic Invasion just dropped, and it's a genuine throwback done right. Pixel art visuals recreate that 90s Marvel cartoon feeling, Spider-Man brawling alongside Wolverine and Storm through gorgeous cosmic backdrops. The tag team swap system keeps combos fresh, instead of button mashing through repetitive waves. 4-player co-op makes this an easy pick for friend groups craving something arcade-style again. Switch and Switch 2 versions both exist, though performance differs noticeably between them. Honestly, this might be the most fun Spider-Man's been in years. Sixth, Marvel's Avengers lets Spider-Man join the roster as a PlayStation exclusive turned crossplay character alongside familiar heroes. His kit blends gadgets with acrobatic takedowns, distinct from the heavier hitters around him constantly. Campaign missions make cinematic story beats with looter-shooter grinding, which divides opinion depending what you're chasing. Team combos against giant aim robots genuinely look spectacular when everything lines up right. It's not the tightest game on this list, admittedly, but Spider-Man fans shouldn't skip his surprisingly solid inclusion here. Seventh, Marvel's Midnight Suns flips the formula entirely into tactical card-based combat, and Spider-Man fits surprisingly well. Cards represent his moves, web-yanking enemies into hazards or chaining acrobatic combos across the battlefield. Between missions, you're wandering the Abbey, building friendships that unlock new abilities and dialogue options. It's slower paced than everything else on this list, more strategy than action overall. Still, watching Spidey quip his way through tactical turns adds genuine charm most tactics games lack completely. Eighth, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection bundles multiple classic fighters together, Spider-Man swinging into combo-heavy 2-on-2 battles. Rollback netcode makes online matches feel genuinely smooth, even against players across different regions entirely. The roster mixing Marvel heroes with Capcom icons still feels wonderfully chaotic decades later. Learning combo strings takes real practice, but landing a full team combo feels incredibly satisfying once muscle memory kicks in. It's on Switch now, perfect for couch multiplayer sessions with friends who grew up loving arcade fighters. 9th, LEGO Marvel Superheroes keeps things light with humor-driven puzzle platforming across a blocky Manhattan. Spider-Man's among dozens of unlockable characters, each with goofy animations that never take themselves seriously at all. Puzzles lean on character swapping abilities, web-slinging included, to reach collectibles scattered everywhere across the map. It's genuinely great for playing alongside younger siblings or kids who aren't ready for heavier combat games yet. Nothing here is difficult, but the charm makes it endlessly replayable regardless of age. 11th, LEGO Marvel's Avengers recreates blockbuster movie moments through that familiar LEGO comedic lens everyone loves. Spider-Man appears through bonus content, swinging into levels built around iconic Avengers set pieces throughout. Open-world hubs let you explore between story missions, unlocking characters and side content at your own pace. It leans more on nostalgia for the films than deep gameplay innovation, honestly speaking. Still, seeing these scenes rebuilt in blocky form never really gets old, especially during split-screen co-op. 12th, Marvel Ultimate Alliance brings RPG-style team building into Spider-Man's world. 4 heroes squadding up simultaneously through story missions. Leveling systems and gear customization add surprising depth for what looks like a simple brawler initially. Switching between characters mid-fight keeps combat varied instead of mashing one attack pattern repeatedly. It's an older game, sure, but the co-op chaos holds up better than expected on modern hardware. Fans of team-based action RPGs should genuinely appreciate what this one offers. 13th, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 pulls from the Civil War storyline, forcing choices that split heroes into opposing factions. Spider-Man's allegiance shifts based on decisions you make, adding replay value most brawlers skip entirely. Fusion attacks combine character powers into flashy team-up finishers that look great mid-battle constantly. It trims some RPG depth from the original, focusing more on pacing and cinematic presentation instead. Still worth playing through how differently each storyline path unfolds. 14th, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 The Black Order is a Switch exclusive, and it packs one of the biggest hero rosters around. Spider-Man fights alongside Thanos-era Avengers through fast, flashy combat built for portable play sessions. Synergy attacks between specific character pairs unlock powerful combos worth experimenting with constantly. 4-player local co-op makes this one of the better couch multiplayer picks on this entire list. Handheld performance stays smooth too, which honestly surprised me given how busy fights get on screen. 15th, The Amazing Spider-Man, tied into the 2012 film, giving players an open Manhattan to swing through years before Insomniac's version existed. Web rush mechanics let you sprint across rooftops using web trails, a genuinely clever traversal idea for its time. Combat feels stiff compared to modern entries, admittedly, but exploring the city still holds nostalgic charm. Side missions covering Oscorp experiments add horror elements that feel oddly different from typical Spider-Man tone. It's dated now, but worth revisiting for PC nostalgia. 16th, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 leans into a living crime system, random incidents popping up constantly across the map. Combat borrows heavily from the Arkham formula, countering enemies while chaining acrobatic takedowns together smoothly. Web swinging feels floatier here, less physics-based than what came before, which fans debated endlessly back then. The story ties loosely into the film, but expands well beyond it with original content added. It's rough around the edges, sure, but still an underrated pick worth trying. 18th, Ultimate Spider-Man ditches realism entirely for cel-shaded comic book visuals that honestly still look great today. You alternate between Peter and Venom across the campaign, each playing completely different from the other one. Graffiti tagging as Venom adds a weirdly satisfying side activity most people don't expect going in. Writing here leans heavily comedic, packed with fourth wall jokes and genuinely funny dialogue throughout every mission. If you want personality over realism, this remains one of the most stylish Spider-Man games ever made. 19th, Web of Shadows throws Spider-Man into a symbiote invasion story, where your choices shift the entire city's alignment. Free-running traversal along walls and rooftops feels fluid, chaining combos between wall running and aerial combat naturally. Team-up missions bring in other Marvel heroes fighting alongside you against overwhelming symbiote swarms everywhere in sight.
Multiple endings based on moral choices give this actual replay value most licensed games skip completely. It's underrated, honestly, deserving way more credit than it usually gets from fans.
20th, Shattered Dimensions splits gameplay across 4 different Spider-Man, each pulled from a distinct universe with unique combat styles. Noir Spider-Man plays like stealth horror, while Spider-Man 2099 leans into fast futuristic combos entirely different. Switching dimensions mid-mission keeps things fresh, never letting one gameplay style overstay its welcome too long. Boss fights against iconic villains scale in creativity depending which Spider-Man you're controlling at that moment. It's a genuinely underappreciated multiverse concept that later games clearly took inspiration from.
21st, Edge of Time pairs Amazing Spider-Man with Spider-Man 2099, actions in one timeline directly altering puzzles in the other. It's a clever mechanic, honestly more interesting narratively than the combat itself ends up being here. Time-based puzzle sections require coordinating both heroes simultaneously, which feels genuinely unique compared to everything else here. Combat plays it safe, sticking close to Shattered Dimensions formula without pushing much further forward. Still, the sci-fi time travel angle makes this one worth experiencing. 22nd, Friend or Foe goes fully lighthearted, teaming Spider-Man with reformed villains across globe-trotting co-op missions. Combat stays simple, beat-em-up style brawling through waves of enemies alongside a rotating cast of Marvel characters. It's clearly aimed at younger players, but the co-op chaos makes it genuinely fun with a second controller. Collecting alien symbiote crystals to recruit new allies adds light progression between each mission's objectives along the way. Nobody calls it a masterpiece, but it's a comfortable, silly pick worth revisiting. 23rd, Marvel Puzzle Quest blends Match 3 puzzle mechanics with RPG progression. Spider-Man among dozens of collectible, playable heroes. Matching colored gems triggers character abilities, turning simple puzzle mechanics into surprisingly strategic team battles over time. It's free to play on PC, easy to pick up during short breaks between other games. Progression can feel grindy long-term, admittedly, especially chasing specific character variants through repeated events constantly. Still, it's a solid low-pressure pick if you want Spider-Man content without committing hours daily. 24th, Marvel Snap turns Spider-Man into a snappy card game pick, matches wrapping up in just a few minutes each. Deck building around his card's ability rewards clever positioning, punishing opponents who don't respect his movement tricks. It's designed for quick sessions, perfect for squeezing in matches between other games or during commutes daily. Ranked climbing gets genuinely tense late game, every card placement mattering more the higher you push. Simple to learn, surprisingly deep long term, definitely worth trying on PC.
25th, closing things out, Fortnite brings Spider-Man in through crossover skins and web shooter mechanics during special limited time events. Web swinging across the island adds genuinely fun mobility options that feel distinct from typical Battle Royale movement entirely. It's obviously not a dedicated Spider-Man experience, but the crossover content keeps getting surprisingly detailed each time. Available on both Switch and PC, free to download, easy pick if you just want a quick taste. It's a fun way to wrap this list up.